Microsoft's AI jobs reset, why the panic is getting ahead of adoption. Explain why Microsoft is publicly cooling the AI jobs panic, what that says about adoption speed, capex pressure, and labor market messaging, and what operators and investors should watch instead of doom rhetoric. Microsoft is publicly trying to cool one of the hottest AI narratives in the market, the idea that white-collar jobs are about to vanish on a near-term clock. Brad Smith's official Microsoft post says graduate backlash against AI should be a wake-up call for the tech sector, and Axios reports he warned against grandiose predictions that turn AI into something happening to workers instead of for them. That matters because Microsoft is not anti-AI. It is funding the build-out. So when a company at the center of the boom starts moderating the message, that is a business signal. The softer tone should not be mistaken for denial. Microsoft's post says today's graduates face AI automation of tasks in entry-level roles and corporate pressure to reduce headcount to help pay for enormous AI capital expenditures. That is the key nuance. The company is not saying there is no labor disruption. It is saying the disruption is getting framed with fake certainty. The skeptical question is whether that is realism or PR. The practical answer is that both things can be true at once. The labor pressure is real, and the hype about the timeline can still be overstated. This is the strongest factual anchor in the source set. Microsoft's post says its AI diffusion report estimates that 17.8% of the world's working-age population currently uses generative AI, and the US rate is 31.3%. Those are meaningful numbers, but they are nowhere near universal workplace transformation. Smith also cites the argument that diffusion is limited by the speed of human, organizational, and institutional change. In plain English, models can improve fast, but companies, managers, policies, training, and workflows do not change on benchmark time. The market consequence is that AI spending still needs a payoff even if labor disruption arrives unevenly. Companies are pouring money into models, GPUs, data centers, copilots, and internal tooling. If diffusion is slower than the hype cycle, management teams will keep looking for faster ways to justify that spend. That often means task compression before full job replacement. The operator lesson is that near-term AI pressure shows up first in budgets, workflows, and staffing expectations, not necessarily in instant mass automation of whole professions. There is a risk in overcorrecting. Slower diffusion is not the same as low impact. The source set does not tell us sector by sector who gets hit first, and entry-level tasks are still clearly in scope. The M365 Copilot paper also shows that workplace use is already broad enough to matter, with millions of users and about 5.5 million sessions studied. So the wrong takeaway is complacency. The right takeaway is to stop using all-or-nothing labor narratives and start tracking where task substitution is already moving. What changes Monday morning is your watch list. First, measure actual AI usage in your team, not policy announcements. Second, map which tasks are moving into AI-assisted mode first. Third, ask whether the tool shortens work or just adds review overhead. And if you want a practical way to turn that into a repeatable planning system, Howard's Side Hustle Command Center is one example of an AI-built workflow dashboard for organizing projects and financial planning. Disclosure: it is Howard's ETSE product, and it is an educational tool, not financial advice or an income promise. Howard's Side Hustle Command Center is a practical example of turning AI-assisted planning into a reusable workflow asset. Disclosure: this is Howard's ETSE product. Educational tool only, not financial advice. My judgment is that the AI jobs panic is getting ahead of the diffusion curve, but not ahead of the pressure. That means the real story is the gap between capability and adoption, and the cost pressure companies feel while waiting for payback. That gap is where workflows change first. Which matters more right now for your work, AI capability, AI adoption, or AI cost pressure? Create a polished classic explainer with a calm lead narrator and short skeptical analyst handoff moments. Use official source cards, diffusion charts, office work visuals, graduation backlash framing without fake footage, and clean capex versus adoption boards. Keep visuals changing every 3 to 5 seconds. Make the difference between model progress and real workplace diffusion obvious. Avoid fake layoff scenes, fake news broadcasts, or sensational panic imagery. Keep the tone practical, source-backed, and not financial advice. 1 June 10, 2026, Microsoft post date. 2 June 16, 2026, Axios story date. 317.8%, global working age generative AI usage cited by Microsoft. 431.3%, US working age generative AI usage cited by Microsoft. 55.5 million, M365 Copilot sessions analyzed in the paper. 61 plus million, companies using M365 Copilot weekly per the paper. 750 of 60, total topic score. 8/9 of 10, proof of demand score. 9/9 of 10, business relevance score. 10/9 of 10, freshness score. 11/8 of 10, visual explainability score. 12/8 of 10, title clarity score. 13/7 of 10, saturation risk score. 14/3, things to track usage, task shift, ROI. 15/1, central gap, capability versus adoption. 1 one-page summary 2. Links mentioned 3. Key terms explained 4. Practical examples 5. Watch list and risks, educational content only. Not financial advice. Hashtag Microsoft, hashtag AI jobs, hashtag AI economy, hashtag future of work, hashtag cognitive capital.